morning, peace and blessings to you. Already out on Interstate 85. Well, I just got off tearing the road down. And me and the Lord just having a good time talking, and I got quiet so I could listen to him. And what he was sharing with me was about sharing some more resources today. Not necessarily the resources part, but what he was sharing with me was the reason why to share them. Because what I see a lot during the holiday season, depression picks up, especially around the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. So I have an abundance or plethora, as my neighbor says, of resources that I am going to share with you all. And something I wanted to highlight, grief is different. Most times when people say grief, they automatically think death. And that might not necessarily be the case. So some people I've seen people grieve over a divorce around the holidays. I've seen people grieve pets around the holidays. I've seen people grieve over people who are living during the holidays. And what I mean by that is, for example, sometimes people may be dealing with a mental illness, and something has caused some type of trauma to the point where they literally they snap, and they are never the same. And so sometimes I have found where families or people are grieving over the old Jane or the old John because they're just not the same. And then, of course, grief in the sense that their loved one has passed away. And grief is different for everybody. I just try to teach coping skills, and I try to encourage and empower, because everybody's situation is different. For me, my daddy died in 2003. And them first few years, man, it was, oh gosh. I had a hard time in general after daddy died, because daddy truly was my very best friend, right? And so as I got older, what I did was I stopped associating holidays, birthdays. I stopped associating dates. That was just what I did, because that's what worked for me. Now, it might not work for everybody else, but that was how I had to separate it, because I really, really struggled. And so, you can't tell people how long they should or should not grieve, or they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. Now, I ain't talking about no self-harm behaviors. Now, please don't let them engage in that and you don't say nothing. But, like I say, some people may, want to isolate, and, they just want peace and quiet. Like for me, after daddy died, me and daddy always put the Christmas decorations up. Lights, tree, everything. Mama would kind of put on the final touches, but as far as the bulk of it, it was always me and daddy. And that was our thing. Well, when he passed, I ain't had that no more. So I ain't look forward to it. And so I really only put up a tree for Corey's sake, because he was a little kid. He didn't understand what I was going through. So I really would only put up a tree for his sake. But as far as wanting to decorate outside and all that kind of stuff, no. I don't want to be bothered with this. That was my mindset. So here come mama with them 50 million reindeer and all this other stuff she had, because her yard was like Christmas Wonderland. And so here she comes with all this stuff. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I told her, I don't want to deal with that. But as time went by, it started to dawn on me, oh, this is therapeutic for mama. That was her way. That was her coping skill. Okay? So, again, people, you know, they grieve in different ways. And, you know, you just have to just encourage people. Not tell them, well, you need to snap out of it. Or, I did this, so you need to do this. No, when I say encourage, that means picking up the phone and you calling John, Sue, or whoever and saying, hey, I'm just checking in on you. Just want to make sure you're doing okay. Or, hey, I'm riding down to Golden Corral today. You want to ride with me? That kind of thing. Show support. Okay? Or you can ask them, hey, I've noticed you've been a little different the past few weeks. Is it something that I can do to support you? And they'll tell you. Because sometimes what you may feel is supportive, they may not necessarily need that, or they might not be receptive. So it's always a good thumb of practice to ask people, how can I support you? Because again, what support looks like for me, it may not work for the next person. So anyway, I am going to attach quite a bit. So I just want to let y'all know that if you need it, please use it. If your family member needs it, please use it. Remember during these holidays, y'all, some people really just, they're going through it. And so we should be showing kindness year round, not just during the holiday time. But just be mindful of your mouth and your actions. Especially your actions, because if I tell you that I love you, but my actions, I'm snapping, mean as the devil, that ain't adding up. Okay? So let's love. That's the only thing, or one of the things that's gonna get us through. Show love and compassion to your sister and brother. And I ain't talking about, well, yeah, you're biological, but I'm talking about in general. Black, white, whoever. But it's time for us to check out. God ain't gonna be out there talking about, well, the whites here, blacks here, put Latinx come in, put them over there. No. He's gonna welcome us in as long as we've done what we're supposed to do here on earth by his principles. There is no separation as far as ethnicity when it's time for us to check out. So make sure, please, pour into people in a positive way. Empower their mind. You never know. Just picking up the phone, saying, hey, Keisha, just checking on you. How are you? Everything good? The smallest thing. It don't even have to be a tangible gift. Just picking up their phone. Hey, pastor. Hey, co-pastor. Hey, bishop. Hey, apostle. How you doing? Can I come by the church and vacuum, clean the bathrooms? Something I can help at the church? Okay. I ain't gonna get started. I love y'all. Happy Friday. Take care.